What's up, gentlemen? It's Gavetti here, back with another video. In this video I want to talk about actually a hobby of mine that I picked up back in January of 2022, and that's running. I know people have mixed emotions on running, but it changed my life. It completely made me into the best shape possible. There's so many benefits of running that I'll list in this video. But first off, I just want to talk about my journey with running, how I got into it, why I got into it, and why it's changed my life. So, like I said, it was back in January of 2022, literally January 1st, 2022. And I decided, you know what, let me pick this hobby up. Let me give it a try. I had a friend that was running for about 3 to 4 months prior to that. Like, he picked it up and he kind of got me into the groove of things. Prior to that, I never even thought about running. The only time I ever had like running endurance was, playing basketball, playing football, playing soccer. Like, that was my cardio. And then obviously a little bit on the treadmill during my gym. I do go to the gym, guys. I've been going to the gym since 17. I've said that in other videos, but I never actually gave running a chance. Only on the treadmill for about maybe 10, 20 minutes. Even that, I hated the treadmill. Like, to this day, I think if you're gonna run, go run outside, go run on a track, but do not run on a treadmill. You're stealing your potential away. I think when you're on a treadmill, you cap what you want to do. So like, you'll set a target of 20 minutes, you'll run on the treadmill, and then you cap yourself. But when you're out there in the field, like on the street running or on the track running or wherever you're running, in the forest, like I ran in the forest, there's a couple parks around me that you can run, pretty nice too. You push yourself to a limit. You push yourself to your potential. Like, if you did 3 miles of running, you might do 3.5 miles. Or if you did 22 minutes of running, you might do 27 minutes. That's just the nature of when you're out there, you're enjoying it. Sunlight, if you run in the sun, pick a day to run in the sun, that'll push you even more, because you're like, oh, it's a nice day out, the sun is shining, why not give more effort? Let me do more mileage, let me do more minutes, whatever. For me personally, like I said, I picked it up in literally the first day of January of 2022. I did not, at that point in time, I did not know that I would stick with it this long. It's been, all of 2022, all of 2023, and it's October 2nd, 2024. And besides me missing, or besides my accident back in last year of 2022, if you guys saw my video, that was the only significant time I missed, because I was injured. I couldn't run. My leg was bruised and battered, my shoulder. But even then, a month after that accident, I still was out there running. So that was kind of a motivation for me. So how I got started, first, I think my first ever run was like 1.5 miles. Horrible pace, didn't really care about the numbers. Just wanted to set that goal for myself, because I knew if I could do 1 mile, I could do two, I could do three, I could do 4 eventually. And that's how you gotta, if you want to pick up running, that's how you gotta do it. You can't set a goal of, I'm gonna do 5 miles on my first run. Now you could push yourself to that limit, and if you want to, I by all means, I support you in doing so, but you gotta pace yourself. So for me, I started out with 1.5 miles. And then I'd say probably about a month and a half, 2 months into my journey, I'm in shape, I go to the gym, so, it was relatively easy for me to pick up that endurance, and pick up that, just pace of running. And I just genuinely enjoy it, and I still enjoy it to this day. You know why? Because no one can take that away from you. No one can take the stats away from you. No one can take the work you put in away from you. No, like, you're pushing yourself, and that's what you want in life. You want things that'll push you to be great, to excel in certain things. That's why I do the gym, or go to the gym. That's why I work out. That's why I focus on my finances. That's why I run, because these are things that can push me for me to be a better overall human being, for my health, for my finances, for my spirituality. Like I said, I meditate, I journal, I read. These are all things to make me better. So running was just one aspect, and it is a hobby, Actually, probably about a couple months into my journey, 6, 7 months, I got a couple of my boys from college to start running with me on the weekends. We did that for a couple weeks, couple months. So that was, it's something that you can also do in a group effort. Also, one of my good childhood friends, Christian, we also ran in a group setting um, in the beginning of like 2023 for a couple months. We did so in the summer too, here and there, where we would run with a group, like a running club group. And, you know, it definitely pushes you when you have your fellow running mates running alongside you. Personally, me, I don't like to do more than a like 5 people, 10 people group run. That's just me. I'm not opposed to it. I can do it once in every while, but I do like running solo for the most part. I do like running at least with 2 buddies, 3 buddies. You know, to keep it a minimal group. Um, so I, so like I said, I probably got to like 2 or 3 miles after like April of 2022, and then I started to just notice like, you know, my breathing was getting better, my cardiovascular was improving, my performance in the gym definitely went hand in hand with my cardio, and me running on the street. And God honest truth, I thought I would stop after 6 months. I thought I would give it up, but no, I literally fell in love with it. I think to this day, I've never done a marathon. It isn't my goal to do a marathon, but to this day, I think my longest, no, I don't think, I know my longest run was 17.3 miles. That was my toughest run ever. I've had a couple 14 milers. I've definitely done at least 30 plus 10 milers. Yeah, running for 10 miles is crazy. I know. When you think about it, like, damn, someone, like, when you don't do it, this is the thing about running, is when you don't do it, you think it's impossible. But when you do it, it's possible. And you prove it to yourself that you can do it. And no one can take that away from you. That's why I love it, like I said earlier. It's all mental. It's literally all mental. Like, all the times I can think of when I did want to only do 3, I always push myself to do at least a little bit more, like 0.25 more miles or 0.5 more miles, or even do 2 miles. I remember on this one run, to this day, I said I was gonna do 3 miles, and I said fuck it. You know, I hit 3, I felt so good. I did 5, I did 2 more, I did 5 miles, I felt even better. And then I did a 2 extra 2. I hit 7.2 miles on that run. And I originally thought I was gonna do 3. That's the power of your mind. It wasn't body, you know, my body is capable of doing it. I go to the gym. I played sports for the majority of my life, so it wasn't my physique, it wasn't my health, it wasn't my cardiovascular. That all plays a part. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're a fat fuck and you don't prioritize cardio and you've never done cardio in your life, you're not going to be able to do that and push yourself, because you're not going to have that willpower to push yourself. You're not going to have the mentality to push yourself. But if you do, you know, your mind is a beautiful thing. You can do so many great things and apply that to other aspects of your life. So like I said, 6 months into my journey, I thought I would quit, never quit, developed a love for it, developed it as a hobby of mine. I made it my goal to at least run 3 to 4 times each week. And like I said, from literally January 2022 to September, 2023, when that accident happened, I think I was running like 3 to 5 days a week, on average, like, 3 miles. I've never ever since my beginning, I've never done less than 3 miles. Like, my benchmark is 3.5 miles. Like, that's my bare minimum. Like, I need to do 3.5 miles. Now, on occasion, I'll do a 3 miler if, like, I don't have enough time in the day, or like I gotta get shit going, and if I just want to do a quick one, I'll do 3. That's my ultimate bottom. But for me, 3.5 is, I need to get 3.5. If I don't, I usually feel like shit. And I'll be honest, when I do a 3 miler, like I did one the other day, I was like, I should have done more. But I couldn't because I was strapped for time. Different story. But, if you want to pick up running as a hobby, I swear by it, because there's so many things you can take from that and implement it into other aspects of your life. It's just discipline at the end of the day. It's all discipline, dedication, and consistency, the DDC method. Do that for the gym, do that for your finances, do that for your day-to-day life, and you will become a better human being overall. I'm telling you. You just got to be disciplined, dedicated, and consistent with your actions and what you tell yourself you're going to do. Now, we're all humans at the end of the day. Some days are good, some days are bad, and we try to do the best we can. But at least as long as you show up and you tell yourself that you're going to do it, and you get a plan in place and you act on it, you'll be in a good shape in your life. Better place in your life as well too. So for me, my running journey, I went from like 1.5 to 2 miles, got comfortable after a couple months, started doing 3, 4 miles consistently, kept pushing myself, 5 miles, 6 miles, did a 10 miler, my first ever 10 miler. Like, I was like shocked. I was like, this is easy, because, I pace myself. And speaking of pace, on average, in the beginning of my journey, first 2 years, my pace was kind of shit. It was like 9 minutes to 10 minutes. The reason why, I smoked a lot. Yes, guys, I was smoking and I was also running. I don't advise anyone to do that. To this day, I don't know how I was able to still run. Like, I still run. My 17 mile, I smoked. I was smoking consistently until the end of July of this year, and I'm not proud of it. I'm glad I gave up that habit. Spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of time, wasted a lot of potential of my life, for a long time. But I'm glad I left that in the past. I'll never go back to it because it doesn't serve any purpose for me. But just to put that in perspective, even me smoking almost on a constant day-to-day basis, I still was able to do all of that. So that's not an excuse. Not proud of it, but it is what it is. So ultimately, you just want to pace yourself. Don't think you're going to start out doing 10 miles or 5 miles or 9 miles. Start out with 1 mile and gradually increase. After 1 mile, do 3 runs for 1 mile 1 week. Then do 1.5 miles for another week. Do it 3 or 4 times, and then just gradually increase. That's how I got to my point in time. And I can comfortably say, if I wanted to and if I had the time to, I could do 7 miles every day. I can, and I know I can, because it starts up here. Now, do I want to? No, it's gonna, I'm a young guy, but you do get the aches and pains after your run, and especially in the morning, like you'll feel it in your legs and stuff. But that's a part of the journey. That's what you get when you put in the work. So never fear that at all. And understand that, if you pick up this hobby of running and you actually enjoy it, like, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, I live in New York City, a lot of people run. And I like seeing that, because I know I'm not the only one out there that's doing this crazy shit. No average human being is gonna think, let me strap on my running boots, running shorts, running shirt, whatever, and let me go out there into the world that's hectic in New York City and run for 3+ miles, or run for how many miles. Like, no one thinks about that. Everyone's comfortable. The average person does not go to the gym. The average person does not meditate. The average person does not read 30 minutes a day. The average person doesn't do these things, So for you to set yourself up apart from average, you got to do those things. Not just those things, but, whatever, like, finances, like investing your money, saving your money. Like, average people don't do that. They just rather consume and get into debt, and that's a topic for another video. But back to the original point. If you want to pick up running, I swear by it. It helps out tremendously in your life, in your personal life as well. A lot of people actually respect runners because they know themselves that they can't do it. So anytime someone knows they can't do it, there's there is some respect given in that. And I've always had friends tell me, like, hey, how are you doing this? Like, damn, like, kudos to you, like, massive respect. Like, I couldn't do it. And I'm like, no, you can do it. You just choose not to, and you don't want to consistently build to that point where you can do 5 miles easily, comfortably. Like, I can do, like I said, 7 miles comfortably, probably pace-wise. Like, I'm not at my 9 to 10 minute pace anymore because I gave up smoking, and I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I'm probably at like 7 minutes 30, 8-minute mile pace, which is pretty good. I can do better. In my lifetime, I want to strive for a 6-minute mile, 6-minute pace mile, which is not hard to do. There's a lot of people that do it. It just takes time. I'm only about 3 years into my journey. Funny enough, my first year, I think I hit like 550 miles ran, which is pretty decent for someone's first year. Then the second year, last year, 2023, I actually set a goal, because my first year I didn't have any goals. I was like, if I can do 500, sky's the limit, The next year I set a goal of 750, and I eclipsed it by like 22 miles. So I hit like 777 miles or whatever. And then this year I wanted to hit the goal of 850. Now, I could have pushed myself for 1,000, but that's going to be for next year. My goal is to hit 1,000 miles next year. and basically I have to average like 90 miles a month. It's gonna be tough because I've literally ran in all seasons, all conditions. I literally ran in the snow. I've ran in the cold rain, the summer rain, beautiful sunshiny days, 100-degree days. Don't advise you to ever run in 100-degree days or 90-degree days. 90-degree days, it's brutal, but I've done it, and I know I pushed myself, and I told myself I can do it, so I'm glad I did. And in the back of my mind, I know I can run in any weather climate. I've run in rough terrain, streets, sidewalks, track, forest, beaches. Funny enough, guys, I didn't mention this. When I went to vacation in Cabo, Mexico, and in DR, Punta Cana, I ran on the beach. That's the best. Oh my God, like a beautiful view of the gorgeous blue ocean, and just barefoot running in the sand. Those are my most favorite runs. I won't lie. So I've done it in any condition, any climate. But in the winter, it can get pretty brutal, and for the most part, my miles dip in the winter. So instead of doing like 70, 80 miles, I'll do like 60, 50 miles. But for next year, I don't care. I'm going to do 90 miles every month. I'm going to push myself for that goal, and I know I'm going to accomplish my 1,000-mile annual goal. And this year is 850, excuse me. Like I mentioned, I am at right now 730. So I'm only 120 miles, and I have the month of October, month of December, month of November and December. So I have 3 more months to get there. I for sure will. I just have to average 40 miles each month. My goal for October of 2024 is to hit 65. And even then, I'm kind of short selling myself. I know I could do 75 because I did 77 last month. But yeah, I'm going to do 65, and then most likely November I'll do 60. And then December usually tapers off because it gets really cold in New York City. And it gets dark at like 4, but I don't care. I run at any time, morning, midday, night, doesn't matter to me. I've ran at 2 a.m. before too, a little bit of a tidbit as well. So I'll probably aim for like 50, and I'll probably overreach my goal of like 850. I'll get to 870, 880, and that'll give me more confidence going into the new year. Just, overall, if you want to pick up running, I definitely advise you to do so. It's a great hobby. It's something that you'll first in the beginning think like, why am I doing this? But over time you'll realize, damn, like this actually gives me freedom. Running is freedom. That's why I go to the gym. It's freedom. That's why I focus and prioritize my finances. It's for financial freedom. It's all about being free at the end of the day. My next goal is to have time freedom, but that's something that's not going to come overnight. I'm going to have to build. I'm going to have to build my assets and control my time, build a business, and have my time to my own, because freedom is an asset at the end of the day. At the end of the day, guys, and you want to have as much freedom in your life as possible. And like I said, in terms of health benefits, cardiovascular, lung improvement. If I gave up smoking when I first started running, God knows where I would be. Probably hitting 1,000 miles each year, but it is what it is. Improvement in your overall well-being as well, mental health, it's helped me out. Pushing yourself to the limit, making sure, telling yourself that you'll do something and then pushing yourself a little bit more, like that gives you so much confidence. And actually, quick story before I end this video. I talked to one of my running bros from college, and he basically said, like, why are we out here? Why are we doing this? And I was like, good question, a lot of reasons. But he said this, and it really stuck to me. It's like, even in hard, difficult situations you put yourself in, you'll always remind yourself that you were doing that 10-mile run. You did that 17-mile run. You did that 14-mile run. You did that in the cold, in the rain, in the snow, when it was hot, in a heat wave. Like, you'll always remind yourself, and you'll always feel confident that you can attack any situation and be comfortable in any situation. Have that confidence. So running does give you confidence, and it carries over to a lot of aspects in life. So it's not just an endurance battle and a physical battle, but it's also a mental battle, and that's why I love it. So I'm glad you guys got to hear my talk about running and why it's inspired me and why I've picked it up ever since 2022. I've never looked back on it, and I hope this video can reach someone and maybe they want to pick up running and give it a shot, because it's definitely well worth it. It's been Gavetti here. Please like, comment, subscribe what you think. Maybe you're a fellow runner yourself. You love it, you hate it. Let me know in the comments below. You'll never do it. So be it. That's your life. You choose it. But at the end of the day, running is freedom. It's been Gavetti here, gentlemen. Good day.